host at this moment. Can you start the webinar? Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's hybrid New York City Council hearing for the Committee on Consumer Affairs and Worker Protection. Everyone, please place all electronic devices to vibrate or silent mode. If you wish to submit testimony, you may send it to testimony@council.nyc.gov. Again, that's testimony@council.nyc.gov. Thank you, everyone, for your cooperation. Chair, we are ready to begin.
Good morning. I am Councilmember Marjorie Velasquez, Chair of the Committee on Consumer and Worker Protection, and I'd like to welcome you to our vote. We'll be voting today on proposed introduction 506A by Councilmember Rivera in relation to requiring the Department of Consumer and Worker Protection to implement an outreach and education campaign on facilities that deceptively advertise or are otherwise misleading when offering reproductive health services. As we now live in a country where Roe v. Wade is no longer the law of the land, New York City will become a safe haven. I repeat, a safe haven for those that are pregnant to access safe and quality reproductive care. As both New Yorkers and residents from other states travel to New York City to access care, we must ensure that people that enter pregnancy service centers are aware that these centers are unlicensed and unregulated, providing clients with anti-abortion misinformation. Pregnancy service centers in New York have been known to delay appointments with clients multiple times in an attempt to prolong the process past a point when someone can have access to a safe abortion. While abortion is not under attack legislatively in New York City, PSCs are an insidious industry seeking to impair New Yorkers' access to safe and quality reproductive care. Intro 506A would require the city to produce a public education campaign about deceptive advertisements and misleading information by facilities that present like they provide reproductive health services. The campaign would provide residents with information on what these services, these facilities typically provide, how they advertise their services, how these facilities can impact timely and safe access to pregnancy care, and how a person can file a complaint about the deceptive practices they may experience. By equipping New Yorkers with this essential information, the city will minimize the harmful impact of pregnancy service centers. We are also voting today on a package of legislation related to Con Edison and other energy utilities. This past January, many city residents experienced dramatic and unexpected increases on their Con Ed bills. Over 400,000 New Yorkers are 60 days or more behind on Con Ed payments, totaling over $800 million. Once again, $800 million. And utility arrears in New York State have increased by over $1 billion since the start of the pandemic. While the price increases that occurred in January 2022 may have been caused by forces outside of Con Ed's control, it's time for the city to increase its oversight over utility companies. I'm proud that we're voting on my bill, proposed resolution 174A, which calls on Con Ed to improve communications with city residents about increases in utility costs. Con Ed has a robust notification system to alert city residents before major storms of the possibility of power outages. The purpose of this notification system is so residents have the necessary time to prepare for potential outages. Given that many residents were shocked to see the increase in their utility bills this past January, Con Ed clearly could have done more to preemptively notify city residents of this expected increase and what steps residents could have taken to decrease the cost of their bills. We'll also be voting today on proposed introduction 372A, a bill sponsored by the Speaker by request of Borough President Levine, which will establish an Office of Utility Advocate that can work directly with city residents to make their voices heard in Albany, so that Con Ed and other public utilities cannot ignore the struggles of their biggest consumer base. Resolution 162 by Councilmember Lee would call on our state legislators to set a percentage cap that an annual rate increase cannot exceed. which would enhance consumer protections by ensuring a utility cannot request a high rate case. Resolution 172 by Councilmember Salamanca calls on New York State to increase the number of commissioners in the Public Service Commission and give the mayor the power to appoint 2 commissioners. Proposed resolution number 173A by Councilmember Ung calls on the governor to expand financial relief programs to residents struggling to pay their utility bills. The communities experiencing the most significant impact of rising utility prices are low-income communities and communities of colors that have been hit hardest by the pandemic. This resolution therefore calls on the state to take further action to ensure city families are not plunged into further debt. I am proud of the legislative package we're voting on today, and as chair of this committee, I'll fight and legislate to ensure that the consumers of this city are properly protected. Whether you're a New Yorker or a tourist seeking quality reproductive care or a family experiencing utility debt, this council hears your concerns and is taking action. With that said, I'd like to thank my central staff team, Senior Counsel Stephanie Jones, Senior Policy Analyst Noah Meixler, my Chief of Staff Alex Anderson, and my Deputy Chief of Staff Jackie Crossan for their hard work. I'll now turn it to Councilmember Lee for her statement.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much, Chair Velasquez and colleagues. It's my pleasure once again to speak on Resolution 162, which calls for amendments to the New York State Public Service Law. And it's a privilege to have this bill be part of the larger legislative package involving the Speaker, Chair Velasquez, Council Member Salamanca, and Ung. And as New Yorkers continue to fight through the pandemic, experience inflation, gas prices, supply chain shortages, it is even more important for us to make sure that their bills are not hiked and that they're paying unfair prices. We're currently in the middle of the summer, increasingly relying on AC units and utilities to stay cool, and our families and constituents should not have to worry about keeping the lights on and the water running. Thank you so much, Chair Velasquez, and I want to thank my colleagues for their support as we look to get Resolution 162 on the stated floor for a vote. Thank you.
All right, we'll conduct the vote now. William Martin, Committee Clerk. Roll call vote, Committee on Consumer and Worker Protection. All bills are coupled. Chair Velasquez.
Aye on all.
Osei.
Aye on all.
Abreu.
Aye on all.
Farias. Krishnan.
Aye on all.
Menon. By a vote of 6 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstentions, all items have been adopted by the committee. Madam Chair, we will leave the roll open for outstanding members.